Welcome, everyone. Today we are not talking about shortcuts. We are not talking about luck. We are not talking about overnight success. Today we are talking about leadership, the principles, the mindset, and the rules that separate ordinary people from extraordinary leaders. Look around you. Some people stay stuck for years, repeating the same routines, same mindset, same results. And some people rise. They learn, they grow, they influence, they inspire, they build something meaningful. What is the difference? Not intelligence, not luck, not connections. The difference lies in consistent action, self-awareness, and the ability to lead both yourself and others. Leadership is not about titles. Leadership is about influence. Leadership is about responsibility. Leadership is about making decisions that matter and helping others thrive while you grow yourself. Developing leadership skills requires practice and patience. Great leaders are not born. They are made. They start small. They make mistakes. They learn. And they grow stronger. Leadership is not about perfection. It's about persistence, courage, and continuous improvement. Every skill you build, every habit you strengthen, and every challenge you face shapes you into a more capable leader. Another important point is that leadership begins with leading yourself. Before you can inspire others, you must understand your own strengths, weaknesses, and values. Self-leadership forms the foundation of all influence. If you cannot motivate and guide yourself, you cannot guide a team. If you cannot make disciplined choices, you cannot inspire discipline in others. Self-awareness, emotional control, and clarity of purpose are the first steps toward becoming a leader worth following. Leadership also means responsibility. Every choice you make affects not only your own life, but the lives of those around you. Great leaders consider consequences, anticipate challenges, and act with purpose. They do not wait for circumstances to be perfect. They act, adjust, and grow as they go. And here's the key. Leadership is a skill. Like learning a language, playing an instrument, or mastering a sport, leadership can be learned step by step. It is about practicing communication, decision-making, empathy, and vision every single day. Each small action compounds into real growth. What may seem insignificant today can become a defining moment in the future. In this video, we will explore 10 powerful rules to develop leadership skills. These rules will help you lead with confidence, inspire people effectively, adapt to change, and build a mindset that creates impact. If you apply them consistently, you will see transformation. Not tomorrow, not next month, but starting today. This is not entertainment. This is transformation. And as you listen carefully, you will also naturally improve your English. If you want to grow your leadership skills and your English at the same time, make sure you stay focused, take notes, and implement the ideas you learn here. Rule 1. Develop self-awareness. Understand yourself first. Self-awareness is the foundation of all great leadership. Before you can inspire, guide, or influence others, you must first understand yourself. Your strengths, your weaknesses, your emotions, and your motivations. All these elements shape how you lead. Leaders who are unaware of their own tendencies often make reactive decisions, miss opportunities for growth, and fail to earn the trust of their team. Think of self-awareness as a mirror that reflects your inner world. When you look closely, you begin to see patterns in your behavior, recurring mistakes, and areas where you naturally excel. This reflection allows you to take control of your choices instead of being controlled by habits or emotions. For example, a leader who notices they get impatient under pressure can practice techniques to stay calm, ensuring their team remains motivated rather than demoralized. Self-awareness also helps you understand your values. Knowing what truly matters to you allows you to lead with authenticity. When your decisions align with your core values, you inspire confidence and loyalty in those around you. People naturally follow leaders who are consistent, predictable in their integrity, and genuine in their intentions. Practical ways to develop self-awareness include journaling, self-reflection, and seeking honest feedback from peers or mentors. Ask yourself questions like, what are my core strengths, and how can I leverage them? Which weaknesses hold me back, and how can I improve them? How do my decisions impact my team and organization? What emotions influence my actions, and how can I manage them better? The journey of self-awareness is continuous. Even experienced leaders regularly reflect on their behavior, decisions, and impact. Remember, self-awareness is not about perfection. It's about understanding and growing. It builds emotional intelligence, strengthens decision-making, and creates a solid foundation for all the other leadership skills you will learn in this series. A self-aware leader earns respect not through authority or position, but through understanding, authenticity, and disciplined action. By leading yourself effectively, you prepare to lead others successfully. Rule 2. Communicate clearly. Influence through words. Communication is the most powerful tool a leader possesses. A leader may have brilliant ideas, deep knowledge, and strong intentions, but if they cannot communicate effectively, their vision will remain unseen and their influence limited. Clear communication is more than just speaking. It is about conveying ideas, inspiring action, and ensuring understanding. Effective communication begins with clarity of thought. Before you speak, you must know exactly what you want to convey. Confused ideas lead to confused teams. A leader who communicates clearly can simplify complex concepts, set clear expectations, and prevent misunderstandings. For example, when delegating tasks, explaining not only the what, but also the why, motivates the team to engage more deeply and take ownership. Listening is as critical as speaking. Great leaders are attentive listeners. They actively seek to understand perspectives, concerns, and feedback. Listening builds trust and opens doors to innovation. When team members feel heard, they are more likely to contribute ideas, collaborate effectively, and align with the leader's vision. Nonverbal communication is equally important. Body language, tone, eye contact, and facial expressions influence how messages are received. A calm, confident tone reassures a team, while poor posture or hesitant speech may undermine authority. Leaders who align their words with their actions gain authenticity and credibility. Practice is essential. Communication is not natural for everyone, but it can be developed like any other skill. Start by speaking slowly, choosing words carefully, and structuring your thoughts logically. Rehearse important conversations, presentations, or meetings. Ask for feedback and refine your approach. Over time, repetition builds confidence, and communication becomes instinctive. Remember, communication is not about impressing others with vocabulary or speaking at length. It is about connection, clarity, and impact. The most effective leaders convey complex ideas simply, inspire action with precise words, and adapt their style to the audience. And a practical tip: after every meeting or conversation, reflect on what worked well and what could be improved. Did your message reach everyone? Did you inspire action? Were your words aligned with your intentions? Continuous refinement enhances your ability to influence through communication, and influence is at the core of leadership. When you master communication, your vision spreads, your decisions are understood, and your team moves in unison toward shared goals. Clear communication bridges the gap between intention and results, between potential and impact. Leaders who communicate well create cultures of transparency, trust, and high performance. Rule 3. Adapt quickly to change. Stay flexible. Change is the only constant in life and in leadership. Markets shift, technologies evolve, teams grow, and unexpected challenges appear. Leaders who resist change fall behind, while those who adapt quickly stay relevant, effective, and in control. Flexibility is not a weakness. It is a sign of intelligence, foresight, and resilience. Many people fear change because it creates uncertainty. Comfort feels safe. Habits feel secure. But leadership is about moving beyond comfort. When circumstances shift, leaders must assess the situation, learn what is required, and adjust accordingly. Adaptability allows you to respond strategically instead of reacting emotionally. For instance, when a project faces unexpected obstacles, a flexible leader explores alternative solutions instead of panicking or blaming others. Adaptability begins with mindset. Leaders with a growth mindset embrace change as an opportunity for learning and improvement. And they see challenges as training grounds rather than threats. Questions like, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can I adjust to make this work?" turn obstacles into stepping stones. Without this mindset, leaders risk stagnation, lost opportunities, and wasted effort. Communication plays a vital role in adaptability. When changes occur, a leader must clearly explain the new direction to the team, provide rationale, and inspire confidence. People are more likely to follow when they understand the reason behind adjustments. Silence or inconsistent messages create confusion, distrust, and resistance. Adaptation also requires humility. Leaders must acknowledge what they do not know and be willing to learn from others. Seeking advice, listening to feedback, and incorporating different perspectives strengthens decision-making. Remember, pride and ego slow adaptation, while curiosity and openness accelerate growth. Practical strategies for developing adaptability include scenario planning, practicing problem-solving under pressure, and embracing continuous learning. When faced with change, ask yourself, what has shifted in this situation? What skill or knowledge do I need to succeed now? How can I adjust my approach to maximize results? A flexible leader moves with purpose, not panic. They stay calm, think clearly, and act decisively. Over time, this builds confidence, not only in themselves, but also among their team. Teams trust leaders who can navigate uncertainty because trust is earned when actions consistently match intentions, even during disruption. Adaptability is the bridge between challenge and opportunity. Those who learn to embrace change early find doors opening where others see only obstacles. Leaders who resist change are left behind, frustrated, and overwhelmed. The person who adapts evolves, grows, and thrives. This is why adaptability is a non-negotiable skill for anyone aiming to lead effectively in today's dynamic world. Rule 4. Keep moving forward. Persistence overcomes obstacles. Leadership is a journey, not a destination. Most people fail not because they lack talent or knowledge, but because they stop moving forward. Life is full of obstacles, setbacks, failures, delays, criticism, and unexpected challenges. Leaders who succeed are those who persist, even when progress feels slow or results seem invisible. Persistence is the engine that converts effort into achievement. Many people misunderstand progress, and they expect instant results, visible rewards, or immediate recognition. When things don't happen quickly, they become frustrated, discouraged, and tempted to quit. True leaders understand that small, consistent actions compound over time. Every step, no matter how tiny, pushes you closer to your goal. Momentum is built through persistence, not bursts of effort. Consider two individuals pursuing the same objective. One works diligently, day after day, even on hard days, maintaining consistent effort. The other works sporadically, putting in bursts of energy and then stopping when motivation fades. A year later, the first person has made substantial progress, while the second struggles to see meaningful results. Persistence, even in small amounts, outperforms sporadic effort. Forward motion also protects against fear and self-doubt. When you keep moving, you focus on action rather than worry. When you pause, uncertainty grows, and fear becomes louder. Progress, even incremental, builds confidence, reinforces self-trust, and strengthens resilience. Each small victory, each completed task, is evidence of capability. Over time, this evidence accumulates, transforming hesitation into courage. Persistence also fosters adaptability. Life will throw obstacles, but those who continue learning, practicing, and taking action can adjust mid-course without losing momentum. Stopping entirely makes adaptation much harder. A persistent leader sees challenges as temporary roadblocks rather than permanent barriers. They do not wait for perfect conditions. They create progress despite imperfect circumstances. Practical strategies for persistence include breaking large goals into daily actions, maintaining a routine, and tracking progress. Celebrate small wins to reinforce consistency. Ask yourself, what step can I take today, no matter how small? What progress did I make yesterday that I can build on? How can I maintain momentum even when motivation fades? The essence of leadership lies in movement. Forward action turns ideas into results, plans into reality, and potential into achievement. Even when life feels heavy, keep moving. Even when mistakes happen, keep moving. Even when others quit, keep moving. Momentum compounds, confidence grows, and results multiply. Leaders are distinguished not by the ease of their path, but by their refusal to stop. Remember, progress is never wasted. Every step taken toward growth matters. Even if the results are not immediately visible, the act of moving forward builds skill, discipline, and resilience. Leadership is earned through consistent forward motion. Stop stopping. Keep moving. And watch how persistence transforms obstacles into opportunities, fear into confidence, and challenges into achievements. Rule 5. Build self-confidence. Trust your abilities. Self-confidence is the foundation of effective leadership. Without it, even the most talented individuals hesitate, doubt themselves, and avoid taking necessary action. Confidence is not arrogance or showing off. It is an internal belief in your capability to handle challenges, make decisions, and grow from experience. Leaders with self-confidence inspire trust, motivate their teams, and take decisive action in uncertain situations. Self-confidence is built, thus not given. It grows through repeated action, proof of competence, and the accumulation of small wins. Every time you follow through on a commitment, handle a difficult task, or step outside your comfort zone, your self-trust strengthens. Confidence is a byproduct of consistency, not motivation. Waiting to feel confident before acting is a trap that prevents growth. Consider a leader faced with a difficult presentation. At first, nervousness may dominate, but if they prepare, practice, and speak in front of an audience repeatedly, confidence grows naturally. Each successful attempt reinforces the internal belief: I can do this. Over time, fear diminishes, hesitation disappears, and competence becomes visible. This process works for any leadership skill: decision-making, public speaking, negotiation, or conflict resolution. Self-confidence also involves embracing mistakes. Leaders who trust their abilities understand that failure is a learning tool, not a judgment of worth. Each mistake becomes evidence of experience, an opportunity to improve, and a chance to reinforce self-trust. Those who avoid risks out of fear stagnate. Those who act despite uncertainty develop strength, resilience, and credibility. Practical strategies to build confidence include setting small, achievable goals, keeping promises to yourself, and gradually expanding your comfort zone. Reflect on your accomplishments daily. Ask yourself, what did I do today that proves I am capable? How did I handle challenges effectively? What small actions can I take tomorrow to strengthen my abilities? Confidence is contagious. A leader who exudes calm assurance encourages their team to perform at higher levels. People follow leaders who trust themselves because self-trust signals reliability, competence, and stability. The stronger your self-confidence, the easier it is to inspire, influence, and guide others toward shared goals. Remember, building self-confidence is not about instant transformation. It is about daily, consistent action, taking responsibility, completing tasks, and proving to yourself that you are capable. Over time, these actions compound, creating a leader who does not hesitate, does not second-guess, and does not let fear dictate choices. Self-confidence turns potential into action, and action into results. Rule 6. Improve 1% every day. Small daily growth. Leadership and personal growth are not built in sudden leaps, and they are developed through consistent incremental improvement. The principle of improving 1% every day may sound small, even trivial, but the power of compounding turns these small daily efforts into massive long-term results. Leaders who embrace this mindset understand that sustainable success is built step by step, habit by habit, day by day. Many people aim for drastic transformation and fail because they focus on instant results. They want to master a skill in a week or achieve a major goal in a month. When progress is slow, they become discouraged and quit. The truth is that extraordinary results come from ordinary daily actions compounded over time. A single day's effort may seem insignificant, but over weeks and months, the accumulation of small improvements leads to exponential growth. And think of your leadership skills like a garden. Each day, you water one plant, remove one weed, or prune one branch. At first, the garden may not look different, But over time, small, consistent care results in a flourishing garden. Similarly, each small improvement, reading a page of a leadership book, practicing active listening, delegating a task more effectively, reflecting on a decision, contributes to your growth as a leader. Consistency is more important than intensity. It is better to improve a little every day than to overwork sporadically. Small actions are easier to sustain, less overwhelming, and build momentum. Each time you improve, you reinforce the identity of, I am a person who grows, which strengthens motivation, self-trust, and resilience. This identity compounds, making further growth easier and more natural. So tracking progress reinforces the 1% principle. Reflect daily on what went well, what could be improved, and what small action you can take tomorrow. Questions like, what is one small thing I can do today to become a better leader? What skill can I practice or refine in the next 24 hours? How can I improve my communication, decision-making, or team management incrementally? Improvement is not always visible immediately. Just as a seed grows unseen underground before sprouting, your daily efforts may feel invisible at first. But persistence and consistency ensure that your growth becomes noticeable over time. Leaders who embrace small daily improvements develop habits, refine skills, and build confidence in ways that those seeking instant results never experience. Ultimately, improving 1% every day transforms not only skills but mindset. Like you learn patience, discipline, and the value of incremental progress. You become less dependent on motivation because you rely on habit and consistency. You develop resilience because small wins accumulate and create a sense of control and accomplishment. The leader who improves daily, even in tiny steps, becomes unstoppable, capable of handling complexity, uncertainty, and challenges that overwhelm others. Remember, leadership is a lifelong journey. Focus on daily growth, no matter how small, and over time, the results will astonish you. Improvement compounds, habits strengthen, and your confidence and influence grow. Small actions repeated consistently lead to extraordinary outcomes. Leadership is not about speed. It is about direction and persistence, and the 1% principle ensures steady progress toward mastery. Rule 7. Attitude is everything. Mindset shapes outcomes. Leadership is not determined solely by skills, knowledge, or resources. Equally, if not more, important is your attitude. Your mindset dictates how you respond to challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. Two people can face the exact same situation, but their outcomes will differ drastically depending on their attitude. One sees obstacles, complains, and quits. The other sees opportunities, learns, and grows. Leadership is built not just on what you can do, but on how you think about what you can do. A positive and proactive attitude amplifies your abilities. When setbacks occur, a strong mindset frames these moments as lessons rather than failures. When criticism comes, a leader with the right attitude sees it as feedback, not a personal attack. When pressure mounts, yet a resilient attitude maintains focus and decision-making. Your attitude acts as a filter for reality. It determines whether challenges feel like threats or opportunities. Many people underestimate the power of perspective. A negative attitude magnifies difficulties, increases stress, and discourages action. In contrast, a positive, growth-oriented attitude encourages problem-solving, resilience, and adaptability. Leaders who cultivate a constructive mindset are able to navigate uncertainty and inspire confidence in others. Attitude directly influences consistency, motivation, and the ability to persevere in the face of obstacles. Attitude is a choice, not a trait. You decide how you interpret events, feedback, and circumstances. You can choose to see obstacles as burdens or as challenges that help you develop. You can choose to focus on what's going wrong or on what can be improved. Your interpretation shapes your energy, your actions, and ultimately your results. Leaders understand that attitude precedes action. Without the right mindset, even the most skilled individual will struggle to achieve their potential. Practical ways to strengthen your attitude include reframing challenges. Instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What can I learn?" Focusing on solutions. Shift attention from problems to actionable steps. Maintaining gratitude. Recognize progress and resources available to you. Surrounding yourself with positivity. Engage with people and content that reinforce constructive thinking. Attitude is tested in adversity. On easy days, anyone can appear confident or capable. True leadership is revealed when circumstances are difficult. The stakes are high and emotions run strong. Those who maintain composure, focus, and a solution-oriented mindset develop influence, credibility, and long-term success. Resilience, patience, and confidence are all products of a disciplined, growth-oriented attitude. Remember, your attitude is contagious. Teams, colleagues, and followers are influenced by the energy you bring. A negative, defeated mindset spreads doubt and fear, while a confident, proactive mindset inspires action and belief. Leadership is not just about making decisions. It is about shaping perception, motivating others, and creating an environment where growth and success are possible. In essence, attitude is the engine behind leadership. Skills and knowledge may open doors, but mindset determines whether you walk through them, stumble, or turn back. Cultivating a strong and positive attitude ensures that your skills, effort, and persistence are amplified, not wasted. The right mindset turns obstacles into stepping stones and challenges into opportunities. Attitude is not optional. It is essential. Rule 8. Patience and persistence. Endurance wins. Leadership and success are rarely instantaneous. Most people fail not because they lack talent or intelligence, but because they give up too soon. Patience and persistence form the backbone of enduring achievement. The ability to keep moving forward steadily, even when results are delayed, separates ordinary individuals from extraordinary leaders. Patience is not passive waiting. It is deliberate, consistent effort without immediate reward. Persistence is not relying on fleeting motivation. It is the discipline to continue despite fatigue, setbacks, or discouragement. Leaders who practice both understand that transformation is a long-term process. Big outcomes, whether building a career, a business, or personal influence, require time to materialize. Those who quit early never reach the results they seek. Many aspiring leaders expect instant results. They want promotions, success, or recognition within weeks. When they encounter obstacles or slow progress, they become frustrated and abandon their efforts. But success is rarely linear. Growth compounds slowly at first and accelerates later. Like a seed planted in soil, initial progress may be invisible, yet daily care, water, sunlight, attention, eventually produces remarkable results. Persistence develops resilience. Leaders who show up consistently build credibility, knowledge, and skill. Each action, no matter how small, reinforces identity and self-trust. Over time, these cumulative actions create momentum that propels leaders past challenges that would overwhelm less disciplined individuals. Practical ways to cultivate patience and persistence include setting realistic expectations. Understand that meaningful goals require consistent effort over time. Tracking small wins. Celebrate incremental achievements to maintain motivation and confidence. Embracing discomfort. Recognize that challenges are opportunities to strengthen endurance. Committing to the process. Focus on daily actions rather than immediate outcomes. Consider two individuals learning a high-value skill. Person A starts excited but quits after 2 weeks because progress seems slow. Person B commits to showing up daily even when results are not immediately visible. After 6 months, Person B has mastered the skill, built confidence, and opened new opportunities. The difference is not luck, it is patience and persistence. Persistence also protects against impulsive decisions. Many leaders fail because they react emotionally, abandon plans too quickly, or chase shortcuts. Steady endurance ensures that decisions are measured, deliberate, and aligned with long-term vision. Patience allows leaders to navigate complex problems calmly, avoid mistakes from haste, and make strategic choices that compound over time. Ultimately, patience and persistence create a mindset of long-term responsibility. They teach that immediate gratification is not the path to lasting success. The leaders who endure, who keep acting when it is hard, when recognition is absent, and when progress is invisible, are the ones who achieve extraordinary results. Endurance wins because life rewards those who refuse to quit, who continue despite doubt, fatigue, and obstacles. In leadership, patience and persistence are non-negotiable. They are not optional traits. They are required behaviors. Those who cultivate them consistently become unstoppable. Their small, disciplined efforts accumulate, turning slow progress into massive, visible impact. The long game always favors those who stay committed. Rule 9. Believe in yourself. The foundation of leadership. Belief in oneself is the cornerstone of effective leadership. Without self-belief, even the most talented, skilled, or knowledgeable individuals struggle to take meaningful action. Self-doubt is a silent barrier. It prevents decisions, delays action, and diminishes potential. Leaders who cultivate strong self-belief create momentum, resilience, and influence that others naturally follow. Self-belief is not an innate trait reserved for a few. It is a skill, developed through experience, consistent action, and reflection. Belief gives you the courage to start projects, make decisions, and take risks. It allows you to persevere when obstacles appear, criticism arises, or failure seems imminent. Without this foundational belief, leadership becomes reactive rather than proactive, driven by fear instead of vision. Most people wait for external validation before they act. They think, "I'll believe in myself when I succeed," or "I'll feel confident after I achieve results." But this is backwards. Leadership and achievement require belief first, action second, and results third. And belief is what fuels perseverance in the early stages when success is not yet visible. Without it, fear, procrastination, and hesitation dominate. Practical ways to strengthen self-belief include taking small, consistent actions. Each completed task reinforces I am capable. Reflecting on past successes. Remind yourself of moments you overcame challenges. Positive self-dialogue. Replace doubt with affirmations based on evidence, not empty positivity. Learning continuously. Knowledge and skill build competence, which strengthens confidence. Consider someone starting a business. They have ideas, resources, and ambition, yet self-doubt creeps in. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? If they wait for confidence to appear magically, months or years pass without progress. Now imagine the same person decides to act despite uncertainty. They take small steps, researching, reaching out, learning, testing. With each step, experience grows, fear diminishes, and confidence strengthens. That belief transforms into results over time. Self-belief also influences how others perceive you. People follow those who appear confident in their direction, decisions, and abilities. Leaders who project belief in themselves inspire trust, loyalty, and action from their team. A strong leader does not need to boast. Their calm conviction demonstrates competence and vision. Belief is strengthened through proof, not blind optimism. Each time you act, follow through, and achieve, even partially, you build evidence that you are capable. Small wins compound into larger victories, creating a reinforcing cycle. Action leads to results, leads to belief, leads to bigger action. Over time, self-belief becomes a habit, guiding decisions, sustaining motivation, and enabling bold action. Ultimately, leadership starts and thrives with belief in yourself. Without it, skills, knowledge, and effort may go to waste. With it, even challenges become opportunities, setbacks become lessons, and persistence becomes natural. Self-belief is the foundation upon which all other leadership qualities are built. It allows you to act decisively, inspire others, and navigate the uncertainties of life with confidence and resilience. Rule 10. Serve and inspire others. Leadership is contribution. True leadership is never just about personal gain or recognition. The most effective leaders understand that their role is to serve and inspire others. Leadership is about contribution, helping others grow, creating opportunities, and making a positive impact. When your actions benefit more than just yourself, influence and respect naturally follow. Serving others requires empathy and awareness. A leader must understand the needs, goals, and challenges of their team, peers, or community. Listening carefully, providing guidance, and supporting growth are all part of service. Leaders who focus solely on personal success often reach a limit, but those who invest in the growth of others unlock exponential results, not only for their team but for themselves as well. Inspiring others goes beyond motivation. It is about setting an example through consistent behavior, integrity, and vision. People are drawn to leaders who embody the values they advocate. Words alone cannot inspire. Actions do. When leaders demonstrate dedication, discipline, and a commitment to growth, they ignite similar habits in those around them. Leadership influence is contagious. Practical ways to serve and inspire others include mentoring and coaching. Share knowledge and experience to help others succeed. Recognizing achievements. Celebrate milestones and progress in your team. Leading by example. Model behaviors and values you wish to see in others. Empowering decision-making. Give others the authority and confidence to take initiative. Consider a manager in a company. If they focus only on their targets, they might achieve personal recognition but fail to develop the team's potential. Conversely, a manager who invests in mentoring, skill development, and encouragement multiplies impact. Their team grows, performance improves, and a culture of trust and excellence emerges. Leadership and contribution creates an environment where everyone benefits. Serving others also strengthens your leadership character. It builds humility, emotional intelligence, and the ability to see beyond short-term gains. Leaders who contribute develop loyalty, respect, and alignment with their vision. People follow those who genuinely care about collective success. Contribution is not just ethical, it is strategic. Leadership is a cycle of growth, service, and inspiration. Your personal success grows as you elevate others. Every decision, action, and word can either uplift or diminish those around you. Leaders who consistently serve and inspire create enduring impact and a legacy of influence. Leadership is not about control. It is about contribution. When your focus shifts from self-interest to the success and growth of others, you become an exceptional leader. Remember, leadership is measured not by titles, wealth, or accolades, but by the positive change you create in others. Serve with intention, inspire through action, and contribute with consistency. That is the essence of leadership and the path to lasting influence. Closing message summary. Lead with purpose. As we reach the conclusion of this lesson, remember that leadership is not an abstract idea. It is a series of deliberate actions, choices, and habits. Every rule we discussed builds on the previous one, forming a framework for personal growth, influence, and impact. Leadership is not a title. It is a lifestyle, a mindset, and a consistent practice. First, don't waste time. So time is the one resource that cannot be recovered. Protect it, invest it, and use it to grow your skills and knowledge. Then, practice consistently to develop mastery and confidence. Repetition builds power, and power builds influence. Adapt quickly to change because flexibility ensures relevance, and forward motion ensures momentum even when life challenges you. Keep moving forward, even in small steps, because persistence compounds into progress and forms unbreakable momentum. Build self-confidence through small victories and promises kept to yourself. Trust yourself to take action, even when uncertain, because belief in your capabilities is the foundation of leadership. Improve 1% every day, embracing incremental growth that compounds over time into remarkable transformation. Maintain a strong attitude, because the way you perceive challenges and opportunities determines the trajectory of your life. Cultivate patience and persistence, understanding that enduring success comes from long-term effort, not instant gratification. Believe in yourself. True leadership starts from within. Self-belief fuels courage, decision-making, and consistent action. Without it, even the best skills and plans will stall. And finally, serve and inspire others. Leadership is contribution, helping others grow, setting an example, and creating opportunities. When you focus on lifting others, your influence multiplies, and your legacy becomes meaningful. Leadership is a journey, not a destination. It is built daily through actions aligned with values, discipline, and intention. The person you become, resilient, disciplined, confident, and service-oriented, is the leader others will naturally follow. Every day presents a new opportunity to practice these rules, to refine your habits, and to strengthen your impact. Remember, success is compounded by consistent effort, not sporadic action. Confidence is built through evidence and small wins, not empty motivation. Influence grows when you serve with purpose and inspire through action. Endurance and patience allow growth to become visible, sustainable, and transformative. Belief in yourself is the engine that drives all other leadership qualities. Today, you have the blueprint. Applying these principles will not make success immediate, but it will make it inevitable over time. Leadership is not about shortcuts or luck. It is about disciplined choices, small daily improvements, and contributing to others while growing yourself. Start today. Protect your time. Practice relentlessly. Adapt fearlessly. Move forward even when it's hard. Build confidence through action. Improve every single day. Maintain a positive attitude. Persist patiently. Believe in yourself. Serve others. Inspire change. Repeat. Because leadership is forged in daily decisions, small victories, and relentless commitment. Your journey as a leader begins now. The world doesn't wait for those who hesitate. Take action, stay consistent, and lead with purpose. Remember, the extraordinary is created not by luck, but by those who commit, persevere, and transform their belief into action.